Here we are at wave 161 on D5 Endless, with my alien eyes having dealt a cool 305 billion damage. Now, I almost didn't put this run on YouTube as I made a few minor mistakes that I think cost us. In addition, we got starved of some important items at the very worst time. After looking around the platform, I decided to go ahead and put this up, as I do believe this to be the deepest, at least fully recorded run on YouTube, so I do think it will add some value to the community. As always, it contains all my trademark, aka terrible humor. Now, this one does start on wave 7 when we pick up our very first hunting trophy. So without further ado, let's move to the tape. All right, so here we are on wave 7 with a nice wave 7 hunting trophy that we just purchased. We're in a reasonably good spot here with 34 crit chance, a touch of range, 2 gentle aliens, and 1 mouse, as well as 2 coupons. That said, big downside here is we only have 1 speed, so we may actually just die here on wave 7, as we will be seeing all sorts of egg spawns with not enough speed to really effectively hunt them down. But if we're able to make this into wave 9, I think we'll be in a good spot to really take off. However, that will involve us surviving that far, and we have not taken pretty much any defense at all, as well with all those item spawning items. So just something to think about. But if we're able to pull this off, I do think we'll be able to be in a good start to take this deep and endless mode, as we seem to have kept the eggs at bay long enough where I think we will survive, even if they do start spawning, as we may actually be able to hunt down all the eggs. So I'm now going to prioritize taking out enemies for the rest of the wave, and potentially the crate carrier if I am able to. Perfect. So happy about that. Again, you can see early hunting trophy getting us 600 materials early on. I don't want more range. We'll take some luck. And we'll re-roll looking for crit, which I'm quite happy to see, as well as attack speed for wave clear. Not going to take the ghost. We'll take the little muscly dude, as well as the wings, just because our speed's so slow. Oh, meant to take that other knife there. Oh well. We'll go and grab the gentle alien before the next wave. In the meantime, we'll keep upgrading our items. And wow, okay, this could be the fun run. This could be the fun run. All right, wave 9, wave 8, double hunting trophies. So really happy to see that. So we'll actually take the white flag first, believe it or not, as I just do not want to get overwhelmed this wave. And then we will go ahead and really, I think, take off here, starting on wave 9. Again, the goal here is to really just get a super deep endless mode. And basically, I've been re-rolling very aggressively to get an extremely good start. So I'm quite happy there to see that double early hunting trophy, which will absolutely just cannonball us into infinity, I think, as long as the rest of the waves do shake out. And again, they may not. But as a sort of start, I am looking forward to give a very deep endless mode a serious try. So we will go ahead and see if this turns out, as we do have a pretty good start here with a lot of enemies spawning items such as gentle aliens and all that. We're going to focus on dodging here so we do not just die before this even gets started. All right, I think we'll be in a good spot from here. Triangle power, take some attack speed for clear. And now we're really just going to ramp up. Love another mouse nice and early. Keep on re-rolling past those. Do love a blindfold. That's quite strong here. I will actually go ahead and take a leather vest just for a touch of armor and dodge, as I think we'll absolutely start taking off here on wave 9, as we have 46% crit, which again, I'd say a really good run is 50 by wave 9. However, with all those gentle aliens and mice already, I do think we will do a good job of just sort of cleaning up here. Would love maybe a tentacle just for a little bit of safety, as that is probably my favorite healing method when we were doing this type of build. As I do not think we got 10 life steal from the mice, which is quite valuable. So that does give us a little more safety than I had initially thought. But again, really just going to see if we can take this far into endless mode, and we'll talk about all our decisions as we always do, as we're going for a super deep endless mode here with loud ghost knives. But feeling decent about the start. You can see with double hunting trophy early, we're already at over 1,000 materials here on wave 9, which is a whole heck of a lot by this point in the game, as I will aggressively run through using the fruits for their delicious nectar as well as healing. But feeling pretty good about this start, which I do think has potential to go pretty far. As we get 1623 materials, we just need the rest of the run to work out. Don't love that crit there. Take a touch armor. Love a blindfold. Love a shady potion. Take a lucky charm. Again, we're going to be very aggressive on buying things, as we do want to buy as much as we can as early as we can. Love another coupon. That's quite good. Take the extra melee damage for Riposte, Ugly Tooth, just to get off the map. That does drop us down to 1 speed as we take another Gentle Alien, another padding. I'm quite happy to upgrade those Thief Daggers. Unique item, we'll take the Snail, although I am pretty desperately looking for attack speed now, and I think that's about as much as we reroll. We will reroll, but we survive 1 or 2 more waves, and we will be in no issue of making it through the normal mode. However, we do want to make sure we are able to make it through these first couple waves, or these last few couple waves, so we are able to go deep in endless modes. We do sort of have, I think, the pieces for really good endless mode run. Again, really trying to find some early hunting trophies so we can really come out of the normal version of the game being in a very strong position in order to just absolutely have a nutso deep endless mode run and be in a good spot to take advantage of all that. Again, really want to prioritize on some clear, whether that's community supports, which will give us a lot more attack speed or anything like that. But yeah, just so we can take out as many enemies as possible. Hey, maybe even a 3rd hunting trophy, which wouldn't that be something? But able to, handle this wave okay. Again, we did pick up a couple paddings just because we do not want to leave any of those behind, as we're able to get. Ooh, here we go. Love an early anvil. Love another mouse. I actually will take some speed as well as some more crit chance. So I feel pretty good about this. Improved tools, some luck. Happy to see that. All right, we're taking another mouse. I don't want to drop crit. We'll take both of these, as well as some more attack speed. Love a poisonous tonic. Love a claw tree. 82% crit chance is quite good. Adrenaline is unique. A little knockback to be safe. Love a target. Love a vigilante ring. And with 5 armor, we will happily take both of these, getting us to 98 crit, which I do think is quite good. Get a touch more range there. Definitely pick up all 3 of these items. Heading into our Wave 12 Elite, which I do think will be just fine taking down. However, I would like just a little more speed. Seeing a little bit of a low speed. Seeing our low speed here with all those paddings we're taking. But again, with Endless Mode, we cannot afford to leave any paddings behind. No paddings left behind. Not in my Brotato. But yeah, last thing we want is to get to Endless Mode and be like, hey, this is a great run, but like we're just 1 or 2 paddings short of this really working. So happy to take all that. Nice thing is with those paddings, we're getting enough money where that does scale our health pretty dramatically during the waves, which means we get a lot of health to work with once we sort of get on the map and start killing everything. Again, I took that boxing glove just to help sort of keep these pursuers at bay, just so they don't cause us any issues. As I do think actually boxing glove has some value in endless mode as well. But really feeling our lack of speed here, so that's going to be a mega priority so we can move around faster and even take things out like these crate carriers. But there you go. Decent start. Sure, Peaceful Bee. Love another padding. I will actually reroll somewhat for some speed. Do not get... Oh, there's some speed. Very, very helpful. We'll take some life steal just because I don't want to re-roll anymore. Buy all of those. Love another Alien Eyes. 42 range. Do love a blindfold. We are officially at over 100% crit, so do not need the claw tree. Take a mouse. Wow, okay, this could be it. We're at 3 hunting trophies here on wave 12, which I think will put us in a good spot. So nice and deep. We'll take that just for the speed. With 107 attack speed, I do think we can take the bowler hat. And we'll go ahead and just grab the alien tongue since it's better than re-rolling. So hopefully we get an elite we're able to manage here. I do think the butcher is one which we will be able to manage all right. We do want to get this elite down as fast as possible so we can pivot to taking out as many enemies as possible. But man, with 3 hunting trophies by wave 12, we will absolutely rake in the money. And again, we really want to get those early hunting trophies. Now, do we need to do this well to go into endless mode? No. I mean, this is again, this took me a lot of re-rolls, a lot of retries to get a run that was this sort of good at the start. But, I am trying to kind of go super deep in endless mode. And also not try to mess this up, because I have had some runs where I get a really early hunting trophy and I've just gone so aggressively that I just instantly die. So happy to see that is not the case here. I do think at this point we are not really worried about dying in normal mode anymore. But again, just trying to set ourselves up so we can go deep in endless mode. So we can say, look, Ma, I've made it. We've gone so far. Aren't I amazing? That's what we're trying to do here. I'm feeling good. I mean, this is up to a good start. We're at the point where we don't really need... Oh my gosh. Wow, this run's going to be nuts. Love 4 hunting trophies on wave 14. We'll take the night vision goggles as well, allowing to take things like Cyclops Worm. Love an Alien Eyes, love another coupon. Should have bought those in reverse order. You are correct. Don't need any of those. Take these because they're a limited item. Take Wisdom as its unique item. No upgrades available to us. With 65 range, do love a little muscly dude. We'll take a Piggy Bank as it is unique. A little bit more luck. And again, we do have that Anvil. Nice and early, really helping us, I think. Sure, we'll take a Petting. Sure, we'll take a Wheat. And love a Tentacle. We will be as safe as can be. Leaving normal mode, as that Tentacle will just give us a ton of regen. We'll be getting a lot of health from that. But feeling pretty solid about this start. So I do feel good. For now, a little more speed, a little more wave clear would be very good. About wave clear, I mean something that just increases our attack speed drastically. So we are able to take out these huge swaths of enemies, which I do feel good about that. And well, speed. Speed's actually good. Once you get like really strong damage like we have now, speed's actually pretty darn helpful in clearing lots of waves because it allows you to just run around faster, as at this point our damage is somewhat limited by how many enemies we can get close to. But wow, this is one of the best starts I've ever had. 4 hunting trophies, 100% crit chance. We'll have all legendary daggers after this by wave 14, which is absolutely absurd and allow us to just buy. And I like buying things, so I feel good about this start. I feel pretty optimistic. This is going to be a powerful, good run. This is going to be a lot of fun. Sure, for retake Wonderbot, don't need scope. Don't really want the head injury. Don't want any of that. Do want the speed. That is quite good. Tentacle, Blindfold, Metal Plate. I am still happy to get my dodge up, even though we're capped on crit. Love a cape. And the reason is at some point we will be getting a Retribution hoodie. And I want to be in a good position to take advantage of that. And again, for once, a couple of my other endless runs, it's like we didn't get the Anvil until way late. So I am quite happy to get that. Oh my gosh. 5. This is not modded, fellas. This is not modded. 5 hunting trophies by wave 15. That is absolutely insanely strong. Lumberjack sure is unique. We have enough crit to spare a bowler hat, which I don't mind taking. Again, I do think getting luck is good, as we want to start really compiling some of those rarer items. In addition, taking just a touch of harvesting to reduce that penalty is never a bad thing, even if that's not really a priority. So at this point, really just want to prioritize some more speed, although I feel plenty safe with where we are with that Tentacle. Although at this point, we're strong enough where I'm really thinking about, hey, I want as many items for Endless Mode as possible so we can make an awesome deep run to Endless Mode. Notably, we are missing the Retribution hoodie and the bandana, although thank gosh, we are not actually missing the Anvil. The last couple sort of Endless Mode attempts, I have not gotten Anvil to like wave like 40 or 50, and it's just like absolutely completely bonked the scaling. But here, helped upgrade our Thief Daggers nice and early, and then we'll just keep adding armor. So it will be nice and safe. Just quadruple checking I am recording here. It looks like I am. So feeling good about that. We'll go ahead and take out this tree. Seen a couple crates here, which I am happy about. You can see our lack of speed is definitely affecting our clear, although that's about the only thing that's going wrong. Sure, for free, we'll take that. Don't want to baby in a beard, so do one more reroll. Again, looking for speed. We'll take. We have enough money here where I can reroll someone efficiently. Might as well take some armor. Why the heck not? Like the banner for the range and the attack speed. Love another Alien Eyes. Giant Belt, unique item. Go ahead and take that. Love Dangerous Bunny. Do like a Silver Bullet. Do want all these. Don't want less enemies, but the candle is a unique item, so I'm happy to sort of grab that. Strange Book is another unique item. Panda is not, so we'll go ahead and say no Panda. Bowler Hat for the luck. Love another Tentacle. Somewhat tempted by the Robot Arm, but I do think with our early enough Anvil, we will not have any armor problems. So our offense should be good enough where we can really just take this. You can see this elite really has no shot, as we're able to just demolish this elite. And now we have enough speed where we're able to get a lot more kills. So I do think from this point we'll see some absolutely insane scaling. Again, just more speed allows us to get to these groups of enemies, as we now have the offense where we really, offense and defense actually, really can just cannonball ourselves directly into the enemies and not have to worry a whole lot about getting rocked. So yeah, just going to do everything we can using our speed. Again, you can see we're absolutely racking out an insane amount of money. And insane amount of money is we're already at 4 hunting trophies, well over 100% crits, all legendary thief daggers. So we're able to get money from all just sorts of ways. This is. I mean, again, I've had some good starts, but this really is a strong one, which I do think will serve us well into that endless mode. So feeling good about that. Lots of items here. Do love the speed, even at the cost of luck. Don't love the sad tomato, but again, it's a unique item. Same with the regeneration potion, and why not some more melee damage to go along with us for the road. Sure, we'll take even more speed, a little more luck with 94 range. Don't hit a blindfold. Again, I do not mind really pumping up my dodge for a Retribution hoodie, which we will get at some point. Love the Tardigrade. Same with spicy sauce, as it is a capped item. Love another Tardigrade. Holy smokes, we have a really love another Alien Eyes. We're really getting some good items, which will help us in endless mode. So I am feeling quite good. More speed. Again, I want to be running around too fast, too furious, so we can just take everything out, and then do not want to couch. And again, I do not mind re-rolling as aggressively as humanly possible. So now we've got the speed again. This is about how fast I want to be, just so I can absolutely take every enemy out as they spawn. But wow, what a strong start. Even picking up a few more Alien Eyes and Tardigrades. We do want to make sure we get a couple of bandanas as well, so those Alien Eyes can pierce once we get to endless mode. But I do feel quite good about this start. May the luck continue to be with us. I do think we, even though we picked up a few early, we don't have a ton of padding. 4 paddings, actually. That is not too bad, and to say the least. But you can see, wow, it's going to need a lot of materials. Well, at the very least, this is going to be the sort of silliest normal mode run. We just have to hope we are at a very strong start here. We just want to make sure that luck continues. We'll pray to RNGesus and hope that luck continues into endless mode, as we have had an extremely good start. However, we need luck. You know, endless mode is where the thing really comes together. But all our luck really just giving us a ton of crates here, as we're just racking up the items, and even with all our bags, that's not insignificant amounts of money. Wow, racking up well over 3,000 tiers on wave 16, which is ludicrous. Free talent, sure. Love the gentle alien. Do not want the triangle power. Do not want the duct tape. We'll take the lost duck. Do not want the toolbox. Sure, we'll take the plant, and I'll go ahead and take a little more melee damage. And again, we are positive harvesting, so why the heck not? Fine on range. Sure, we'll take a medal with the crit. Again, tentacle. Love that capped item. Don't need any of those. Like the spicy sauce. Don't need the warrior's helmet, as we will be more than fine with our anvil. Again, this is why we kept our range nice and high. With 71 dodge, Retribution hoodie will absolutely be bonkers. May not have wanted to take that alloy there, but it's all good, my friends. Get that range back up to a little more manageable level. Love another gentle aliens. We do want to get that capped. I'm not taking rip and tears yet, as I do not want to put damage on the map that cannot crit. So that is for rip and tear. You can see nice 3-second boss kill. Have we scaled hard enough yet? I think so. But that Retribution hoodie will just absolutely help us demolish the challenges ahead. And the reason, again, I really think Retribution hoodie is an important item in order to go deep into endless modes, because it allows you to scale off of dodge. And there are a lot of opportunities in endless mode where you will not be able to afford a reroll, and getting sort of and allowing you to convert dodge to attack speed, I just think is oh so important. So when you sort of get an upgrade that's like, hey, here's some HP regen, lifesteal, max health, and 12 dodge, you can be like, well, that 12 dodge is still 24 attack speed with Retribution hoodie, which is why I do think it is an extremely valuable item for endless mode. So happy to get that early. It also will just help us demolish normal. Again, we have no concerns about normal at this point, but I'd rather have even less than no concerns about normal, which that Retribution hoodie does in fact help us. Again, goal here is to put together the absolute most bonker endless mode run, and just see how far we can go. Do not want to torture. Sure, free potion. Love a padding. Eye surgery is a capped item, so I will take it. Don't want the heavy bullets. And I'll afford maybe 2 rerolls here. Sure, we'll take that dodge. And again, that dodge does help scale even when we're capped. Sure tree. Sure bait does something. Sure tractor does something. Again, that is a capped item, so we'll take it. We'll take the baits. Silver bullets. A little bit of luck here. Don't need wings at this point. And again, going ahead. And we may be taking too many baits, but I suppose time will tell. Take some wheat. Don't need any of that. Taking, I think, enough tractors. Here we go. Do love the bandana as we head into wave 18 where we bought like 14 baits, it feels like. So we want to make sure we just don't get killed, but I do think we are strong enough where that is not a particular fear of ours. Although we'll play a little bit cautiously. But that challenge essentially dealt with. I do feel quite good. Again, we do want to be careful with, I think it's wave 17, the enemies that buff others start spawning. So we do just want to be careful not to, be too greedy with that and the baits as they can buff each other. However, like I said, in this particular run, I do think we are past any normal mode concerns. So feeling really, really strong about where we are headed here. As we are going to go ahead and just accumulate the mass amount of resources that we possibly can in normal mode as we are getting just oodles and oodles of materials, as well as just tons of hunting trophies and all that. Really good stuff. Tardigades, padding is putting us in a really good position just to blow through endless mode, which is obviously the goal. Get super, super deep here. No handcuffs, no landmines, sure tonic, sure B, sure eye surgery, sure pumpkin. That does help quite a bit. And take some attack speed, as well as some normal speed. Why not? Love the bandana. Again, it really will help with our alien eyes. We'll take some mastery. Love a vigilante ring as well. One of the best endless mode items. Sure Cyclops worm. Again, looking for some things will help us into endless mode. But as well as taking up things like gentle aliens. Baby gecko is a item with a cap, so I will take that. Again, not super concerned about armor here with our nice and early. So not a whole lot that helped us out here at the end, but that is okay. We'll take a touch of range as we head into wave 19. Really just way ahead of where we could be. So I do feel quite strong. Obviously, we want to keep focusing on those endless mode items like paddings, alien eyes, all that good stuff, just so we are as in good of a position to be successful as possible. But I do think this is a very strong start as our character is just ready to like handle. Like this loud is just like, I mean, this is Superman loud. This is a really good start. Our loud's like laughing at everybody like, haha, you think you can mess with me? I got the strongest thief daggers in all the land. I've got so much crit, I don't even need this much. This guy has hunting trophies. His entire cabin is just lined with trophies of things that he has hunted and taxidermied. I mean, he's got all the moose in the world. It is wildlife hunting trip to Alaska, maybe Africa, and just has stacked up all his spoils in somewhat interesting fashion. Anyway, you can see here, wave 19, able to really compile, I mean, just an insane amount. I mean, almost 4,000 materials there, which is absolutely insane. No compass. Love another bandana. Sure metal plate. Sure frog. No cog. No frog. Sure cog. That rhymes. We'll take metal. Again, really looking for endless mode items, which I will consider that one of them finally get a community support, which again is just a nice sort of forever scaling item. We'll take another bandana. We do not want to be stingy on those. Don't need the octopus. Sure, a little lost duck. Notably, we are missing the lucky coin, which could help us a little bit as we just... sure, leather vest. 45 range, I think we're fine on the glasses. Don't need any more luck. So, sort of a whimper there at the end, but I do think we are strong enough where it doesn't really matter as I burn through both my tardigades, but who cares at this point? Again, able to take out both the bosses in about 7 or 8 seconds. Now, notably, in endless mode now, when we do kill 2 of those bosses, we will notice the enemies changing their spawns relatively significantly. We will see all these enemies spawning around the map in a really aggressive fashion, and that does happen when you kill both the bosses. We'll notice the eggs start spawning, as well as the lamprey enemy type, which is the enemy type that spawns when you do go ahead and pick up the bait, and they start spawning in this wave as well. So again, just knowing that changes quite significantly. So when you're doing something like Loud Thief, it does actually help to kill the bosses as quick as you can, because then more enemies start spawning quicker, and we are able to kill more enemies, get more value out of our hunting trophies. But again, our hunting trophies absolutely just dumpstering everything here, as I do feel quite good about where this run is. And we'll kind of review where we are at the end of normal here. Man, this game keeps throwing torture at us. We do not want torture. Again, Cape does help us keep scaling with that hoodie. So let's look at where we are going into endless mode and take stock where we have 5 hunting trophies, which is quite good. We are notably capped on gentle aliens and coupons as well as mice. So 5 hunting trophies, 7 alien eyes, 5 paddings, and 3 tardigades. So that is 5 plus 5 plus 7 plus 3, which is 20. Generally, to make a good endless mode run, if you have all 4 of those items together, you want at least 15. So that's generally what I say you want if you do want to go into endless mode. So I do think we have a good chance to have a good run here, even if our luck did somewhat fall off at the end. I don't know if that is worth buying because, again, I want to be really aggressive early on about finding good endless mode items, which is something I'm happy to do. That said, because we don't have a peacock, I believe, I will take actually both of these. Anyway, we will have our next elite on wave 22, so I will see you there. All right, so here we are going into wave 25. Again, we're able to pick up another hunting trophy as well as another alien eyes. So I do think we are putting ourselves in a good spot to go deep into endless mode, as we are still just absolutely above board with all of our damage and all that good stuff. So I do think we are in a good spot to have potentially deep endless mode run. That said, we need the luck to keep being with us. Extremely good start. Come down to earth a little bit in the later waves, but I do think we are still in a good spot to have a fun time. Notably, we do feel a little bit behind on paddings, as we are currently at 7, and we definitely want to get that up to like 14, 15 by the time we start getting like wave 35, 40. So if we're able to put the paddings together, I do think we'll be in a good spot. However, hopefully luck will be with us. Anyway, we will talk soon. So here we are on wave 30, which will be a good time to kind of take stock of where we are, as I do think wave 30 is kind of when you want to like decide, hey, do I really want to spend my time trying to go into endless mode, or am I just like, is it best just to restart if that's what we are thinking about? So somewhat tempted by the potato throwers. I will hold out just a bit longer. Do love another target as we get another target, a couple good endless items here. So let's take stock of where we are. We have 8 hunting trophies. We have 9 paddings. We have 6 tardigrades, 14 alien eyes. So I think that is reasonable. I wouldn't say that's amazing, but I think that is reasonable to keep going into endless mode. I do think this would be very, very strong if we just had like 14 or 15 tardigrades, as I combine items there. As that does seem to be where we are just a bit behind. Again, I've certainly had, between 14 and 15 many times at this point. That said, our hunting trophies are really good. Our alien eyes are in a decent spot. 6 tardigrades. I want to get that to 8 or 9 as fast as possible, but I am pretty happy with that. So, I'd say we're in a reasonable spot, and obviously capped on a lot of items like gentle mice and aliens. So we'll go ahead, and I think I'm right in the edge of wanting to play this one through and see where it goes. So I will go ahead and check in with everybody at the next appropriate time. All right, so we were able to pick up 2 more paddings as well as another tardigrade as we head here into wave 32. So I do feel relatively good about our prospects now. Again, if you don't have a minimum of 10, 12 tardigrades, you will not be able to scale. And again, 14, 15 is definitely better. That said, picking those up makes me feel a lot more optimistic about our chances here, as I think we are in a good spot. And just another little pro tip, one thing about having good speed as we sort of refine the edges of this build is you can actually run ahead of your alien eyes and take enemies out with your thief daggers, which gives you that additional bonus to get that material with that thief dagger crit chance versus the alien eyes, which will only trigger the hunting trophy. So feeling solid here. We will check in at the next appropriate time. So here we are on wave 33. I am buying a pruner as a support weapon, as I will go ahead and start making the switch to potato throwers. I do think I've made that switch just a touch late 1 or 2 times in similar runs past. So we will go ahead and make that first potato thrower switch here at wave 33. Talk soon. Going here on wave 34 with still just 1 potato thrower, but I do think that'll be all right, as we will continue to get as much value out of those potato throwers as we can, but not super concerned yet. If we're not in full potato throwers by 40, I will be concerned. We did pick up another padding and tardigrade, so feeling good about that. So check in here shortly. Alrighty, so here we are at wave 38. We have made the full potato thrower switch, even if they are not completely upgraded yet. And at this point, I will be really judicious about spending my money so we can start that padding scaling. As I do, even though you are able to buy items at this point, you do want to be somewhat careful about spending down too much money and stopping those paddings from doing their thing. Anyway, we will check in at the next appropriate time. Talk soon. Alrighty, so let's do a wave 40 check-in. We have 10 hunting trophies. We have 21 alien eyes, 17 paddings, and 8 tardigrades, well as 5 vigilante rings. So I do think we're in a good spot to sort of take this further, as we do have a grinds, master relief, and an anvil. So we'll go ahead and showcase wave 40 here. At this point, I will probably drastically start reducing the amount of check-ins and just sort of see where this ends up. I think this one does have potential to go quite far. So at the very earliest, I will probably see you guys at wave 50. Anyway, check in soon. Okay, folks, here we are at a wave 50 check-in with 10 hunting trophies, 21 alien eyes, 17 paddings, and 5 vigilante rings. So I do feel pretty good about where this one is headed, as well as full potato throwers. And this one definitely feels like it is stronger than others. As you can just see, our alien eyes just instantly kill the bosses, even at wave 50. So we'll skip ahead here to the end of the wave. And here we are at the end. Sure tree, sure alien tongue, no onion, no book, no weird food. None of these do much. So I'll go ahead and take the max HP. So at this point, I forgot to mention we did have 9 tardigrades. I will go ahead and relegate the check-ins to a little bit more infrequent. So we'll go ahead and see on wave 100 if we are able to make that far. Is this will get relegated to windowed mode as I start letting these run in the background. Anyway, we'll hopefully talk soon. Hello, folks. Just here for a wave 100 update as I'm feeling pretty strong with 10 hunting trophies, 24 alien eyes, 21 paddings, 6 vigilante rings, and 8 tardigrades. So I think we are off to a decent start here. Again, normally by this point, it feels like the run is falling apart. However, this time around, I actually feel quite strong. So I'll go ahead and see how far we can take this one. All right, folks, here we are at wave 150, still feeling pretty strong with 26 alien eyes as well as 22 padding. Unfortunately, big downside is only 8 tardigrades. We actually haven't gotten tardigrade in over 800 waves, and also 13 hunting trophies. Still feeling pretty good other than those tardigrades, though. It is getting quite crazy, as my general strategy is to let the elites sort of converge on me, try to dart out as quickly as possible in order to have those alien eyes deal as much damage. That's it. Getting a little bit hairy, as it always does past like wave 130 or so. However, we actually have not had a run where the tardigrades have been busted open, so we'll go ahead and dart out there again, trying to really work those alien eyes. Now, we'll probably shut up until the elites are dead, as dodging does become somewhat of a focus intensive exercise at this point. So looks like we were able to kill the elites again. Not super difficult, so feeling pretty good about how this one is going. That said, the one big miss, like I said, we haven't gotten any new tardigrades, I think since like wave like 40 or 50 or so. So if we were able to pick up just a handful more of those, I would feel much more confident. As you can see, even the bruisers are able to kind of get close enough at this point and bust through tardigrades. We are notably getting 15 chests per sort of slew of elites. So we'll see if we can go ahead and clear this one. But again, I do have to be a little bit careful about those bruisers. Generally, I'm not super worried about them if it's not an elite wave. However, if we do fight all those elites and bosses, we do need to be careful, as we can burn through quite a few of our tardigrades and be very vulnerable there. That said, have not gotten through the tardigrades yet. Normally that's at least happened once or twice by this point, so I'm feeling pretty good. As you can see, all these chests here, metal, sure, no dynamite, sure, beanie. Hey, another alien eyes, love to see that. No energy bracelet, no turret. We'll take the statue. We'll take the fireball. We'll take, no, don't need the mutation. Another vigilante ring, no scope because attack speed's so important. Like a broken mouth, no defective steroids, no barricade. And again, you can see I'm being very careful with my clicks, as you don't want to actually take an item that would wreck all this. Anyway, if this keeps going well, I will hopefully check in with you at wave 200, but we shall see. All right, my friends, this is where this run will end. Felt really good about this one. We got did 305 trillion damage with our alien eyes, as well as accumulated 23 paddings. The big in 14 hunting trophies. The big downside on this run was that we just did not get good tardigrade luck. We were only able to accumulate 9 and unable to stack up some more there at the end, as we were at 8 for over 100 waves before getting just one measly tardigrade. I passed probably 12 or 13 alloys, as well as 5 or 6 triangles of power. So for those had yielded just a few more tardigrades, I think we would have really been able to take this one to 200, which I may attempt at some point. Anyway, this has been a lot of fun. This is my personal record. My previous personal record was 156, so I'm happy to get a little bit better here and go ahead and see how far I can get, which is 161. Like I said, just a few more things I think this really could have taken off. Anyway, really appreciate it as always. Thanks for watching, and hope you had some fun with this one. Take care.